Hello everyone, here we are again for Mordheim Season 2 in Group B. We're looking at the 12th episode and Quist taking on Holpoker. We're gonna watch this with Quist's perspective. He has marked for death, Holpoker's Wordstone Rush, Rivals in the Ruins. Probably something that both warbands want here. Both of them are a bit shooty and low initiative, so they probably do want that. Might be in for a super long game here. These two players faced each other in Mordheim Season 1 on exactly this map, on more or less exactly this deployment. And it was a super long game, so we can probably expect that to happen here as well. Lots of Wordstone lying relatively close to Quist's perspective here, rather than Holpoker's, who needs to get to Wordstone. He's going to get the ones closest to him, then he needs to advance. Can take a look at the top left corner here, 260 morale for Quist, 240 for Holpoker, so you know that these two players are not going to rout very quickly. I will see how this goes. I really do like something here that Quist said right before the game, which was that he said that it's not that you don't know that you need to be aggressive and take opportunities and so forth, but once you start losing, you sort of lose out on that. You just start to think that, oh, don't get caught, and it's difficult to get out of that kind of mentality. I'm gonna see if Quist can do that. He promised to be aggressive for this game. He has 4 straight losses and only a single point coming into this game against Holpoker, who has 2 wins and 1 loss with 2 points, I believe. Has failed to got the objective in all 3 of his games. And Quist has 1 point from getting the objective. Crush the will, no less. Gonna skip ahead on the deployment. Here we go for the first turn. I think you could expect Holpoker to get... Oh, he could actually pick up some of the Wordstone here and put it back into his cart. Just to be annoying. But yeah, this could be a good position to be in, if you can get up there. Yeah, that's a dead end. Wouldn't be too bad to occupy the house, to be honest. There's a lot of the Wordstone is just nearby here, and the Holpoker is going to have to grab it. He's gonna get the Wordstone pile right next to him, and then he is going to be forced into the buildings across from here to be able to slowly get into this building. Haven't really seen Holpoker's units so far. It could very well be, that's going to give an indication, the minimap for Holpoker. He stepped into a trap and one that deals damage as well. We've seen a few games of Quist so far in Mordheim Madness Season 2 here, but this is the first game we're gonna cast from Holpoker. So that's interesting. He is the only Witch Hunter player in the tournament as right now. We used to have 2 of them, but many are cancelled out on the tournament, so none of his games got played, leaving us only with Holpoker. We do see 4 Wordstones being picked up by Holpoker here, and that's the little cluster that we mentioned. Those 4 warstones indeed that Quist is looking at right now. I don't know, I mean, if I was Quist, maybe I would be a bit evil to hole poker here. Like, he could pick up some of the wordstones himself and just put them down into some surge points nearby, and hole poker would be none the wiser, and he would not really think to check there. He would think that he had a wordstone on him, on his person. Just be a little bit cheeky. Just like how people are with Crush the Will, and they take their own idol and hides it in a search point somewhere or carries it far, far away. Could do a bit the same here with the wordstones, and there isn't very nearby search point. You can see that over there with the corpse just right next to it. Can also pick up these wordstones, prevent them from being taken by hole poker. Also spellcasters for Quist this time around, double wolf priests, double warlocks. There's a lot of magic firepower, and we're gonna see if that's gonna benefit him too much here. Remember that hole poker has been looking at his warband, it's like Quist has been looking at hole poker's warband, and he might have identified that Quist has 2 warlocks available to him and he might use them, and so that would prompt him to go very high with the magic resistance. And indeed, in hole poker, a characterful way for hole poker, he set up this game to be played at a specific time with Quist, and then of course arrives and needed time to fix his warband, and that took us 16 minutes before we got started. It was a little bit late, and that could be an indication that he actually did select magic resistance on everyone. Although this wolf priest is more interested in buffing everyone up. Wild pack producing fear. Not going to be affecting the witch hunters too much. Remember, they have armor of righteousness, and hole poker probably has the double warrior priest coming in.
A new round has started.
That spell makes the user cost fear as well. See if you can see anything from here. Is that possible? No. Hole poker could also go on the left side here and do a little bit more of the surprising thing and get into the back of this building, since there are 2 clusters of wordstone there as well. But I think it's going to go on the northern side. See the dead end. And another delay. And contact. We have actually seen the Witch Hunter captain of hole poker. So there's a Witch Hunter captain this time, not a warrior priest leader. Can he spot something? Can he do something? You should know that the rest of the team here is nearby for hole poker. I think this could be a good opportunity to get a bit closer so you can move in with the warlocks on the following turn. I feel like this is a poor position. It's gonna block access for other units to get down. The Warlock will have to take the other path. Unless there's a jump down point that we're not seeing. So we do see what the Witch Hunter captain is all about. Seems to be a ranged character, focusing a bit on critical hits. You can see it from 35% critical hit chance. Probably has pistols, judging by the damage. See a Zealot as well somewhere. So Ulbrich is taking the expected route here. We're just gonna see if Quist can capitalize on this with his long-range units. Going to check out the magic resistance. That's gonna be the most important thing. I think that might be what Quist was actually looking at there, but we missed it. At least I did. Let's pay more attention to that. The magic resistance of these two units. 9% on that Zealot. Which also happens to be one of the Zealots that Quist needs to get. 9% magic resistance, so he was not buffing up the magic resistance then for these units, that's for sure. He must have done something else. And he's going to be in for a big surprise here, Holpoker, once he clashes with the Warband of Quist and all of the magic that he can muster. Wow, that's so unlucky. Taking damage from both of the traps he's walked into so far. Could be a good move, could also be a pretty bad move. Yes, you do get to see your opponent very clearly, but could also be focused fire down here. And I think that might be what's going to happen if he goes into an Overwatch here. Yeah, very good move from Quist here. He realized what was going to happen right there. Yeah, a good move by Quist, saying sorry, scared to be up there, and why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he be? We are approaching, we're just 2 minutes away here right now from having the first half hour played between these two opponents, and might be in for quite a bit more time. At least they are finding a common battleground here, and I think that's going to be to the advantage of Holpoker, seeing as he wants the fight to happen here just around his objective, so he can easily pick it up in case he wins. Also saw a Warrior Priest, and that's going to be the second target that Quist needs to take down. So a Zealot and a Warrior Priest. Those are the targets for Quist to get his objective done. Both of these players do have a little bit of a reputation on them to be players that produce very, very long games. And I think you're going to see that here as well. Might be tempered a little bit here by this particular deployment. It doesn't have just... That's gonna be very risky. If he goes around and sees this unit, and I think he should be able to focus fire down this warrior, giving Holpoker an instant advantage. This particular map, it's not so much about being careful with the killings and killing in specific order, since he is going to get to kill most units here, both of them, if they want the opponent to take a route test. Seems to be a bit indecisive. Let's see if he does anything with the Wolf Priests here. Honestly, climbing up there and hiding on top of the building, I think that could be a good choice. I seem to realize that as well. If he can climb up here, it's going to be good. Otherwise, he can just stay here. Manages to do that, alright. Could just move into the house now, be safe from any kind of shooting, and be able to surprise Holpoker in the next round. I think this is a good choice. You don't really need to go down either. You just position way too... No, don't put him there. He could be spotted. Oh my god. It would be nice if he walked into that little door frame there. Would have made sure that he could have sprung a surprise on Holpoker as he moved forward here. It's not going to be the case now. No, it's not like that is going to be the position where Holpoker goes in from. He's going to get into these buildings and get even closer if he can. See if he can see anyone that he can shoot at. And there might be an opportunity here to fire at one of the zealots. Is he going to be able to take that? There we go. You had him slightly yes further back there. There we go. Finding one of the zealots. Gonna have 0% chance of resisting these attacks. And if you look at only 313 wounds here, so Holpoker does not have the greatest... yeah, could reduce the movement here, but you might probably want to just focus on the damage. Getting behind the wall is going to be protection enough. Can you run far enough here with only a few seconds left? That's definitely within firing. Is just there within line of sight. And he's still blocking the other warlock. Couldn't find that this where I want to go in there. It is possible. They're overlapping here so that they cannot really... I mean, they could help each other. Yeah, you don't want to attack there. You don't want to attack. You're gonna get return blows, take a bit of damage needlessly. That's exactly what's going to happen here. It's not worth it to attack here. He's gonna get teamed up on anyway, since his character is probably going to stick out. Manages to do a little bit of damage, but this is gonna be a big problem. Look at that, it's dual wheel doing 44 damage, and just a normal hammer blow in return from Holpoker produces 36 damage. So it's almost identical. I mean, there's something wrong here with the damage output of Quist. He's facing a lot of heavy... oh no, he's not facing too much heavy armor, but yeah, he has even the armor advantage. He needs to... He's going to lose that fight if he doesn't do anything. Scores a critical hit, but manages to stand resistance check. We're gonna see more units coming cycling in here doing aim. having a good chance of landing a critical hit. This is Bullseye and Master Sharpshooter working in tandem on these units. You can see the critical hit chance is rising by 4% each time, as well as the little line that's saying Sharpshooter. I'm gonna see 2 more Witch Hunters coming in. And this is kind of the strategy for Quist and Hole Poker both. They have a lot of very tanky in different ways henchmen to tie units up, and then they have very ranged heroes in the department coming in to do a lot of ranged damage. Wow, he actually finds the Wolf Priest to his surprise. I bet he didn't really think he would find that Wolf Priest. I don't think he was spotted. Does he want to trigger the ambush here? Yes, apparently it does. Misses, 46% chance. And saving up the red pills here for counter attacks that are going to be incoming. It's a bit out of... he could actually move down here and start doing a bit of damage with... he can even hit from there. He could have hit from that specific position. It seemed like it could be unnecessary to move down. But moving down here, he can still hit, He's moving too close, I feel. I think this is too close. Yeah, the doorway is blocked here, but... yeah, that's the target you want to focus on. But Hubert here can definitely retreat. And Holpoker might have that special spell available to him, Healing Hand, that could eventually heal this unit up. It's gonna be out of time, and he might want to focus on doing something that is more useful to his cause for winning. Still no out of actions, but if I do think we're gonna see them very soon. Seems he moved all the way back there with that Zealot to the Shargrin of Holpoker. He needed to get that one. Does he want to move up, or does he want to go in 2 versus 2 against this unit? He has a helmet. He might not have too great of an all alone chance. Indeed, wants to tie him up. A bit strange from Holpoker going in here. Remember that for the first on the first unit, he didn't use up his 5 red pills, so he was going to use them for counterattack. Now we're coming in with the second character and wish that he actually had attacked from to begin with. Could have produced a bit more damage. Now it's going to be obvious which unit that Holpoker is focusing on. He's going to focus on the Zealot that has no red pills in his defense. Like, why wouldn't he? The one that just came in from the flank. No, I mean Quist should focus on Holpoker's unit that came in from the flank. That's what I meant. You see the character over here is big enough to come in with the second unit. Not going to happen here. The parry is pretty good actually. We might see another unit coming in here and doing a finishing blow. For example, one of the Witch Hunters. Built exactly like the Witch Hunter Captain here. Using aim, sharpshooter and bullseye to get a very high hit chance and good critical hit chance as well. Ah, and that is the seal that he needs to kill. The one doing the flank. Could definitely lock him down here with one of the two warriors that is currently behind the wall. Yeah, he can come in. Yes, he can. Might see a killing blow here. And indeed we do. So Whole Pocket taking a lead at the moment. And moving back with the 20 wound Sealot. It's not going to be too useful in this game. He might as well try and do go around here and see if he can pick up some Wordstone. Gonna take him a few turns, but this game might take a few turns as well. And Master Insult comes very much in handy right now. Wanted to focus on the objective, and it's gonna be really good with the stun check here as well. Gonna make sure that he's gonna hit every single time. And this warrior is coming up here. He's not gonna be facing an all alone check. He's instead going to be facing a stunned Sealot that he needs to kill. And that he's going to kill here. Gonna use Adrenaline Rush for final attack, I believe, yes. "79 wounds, that's almost nothing. It would actually be good to disengage here and move behind some kind of obstacle so he's not shot down. Decently good position, I feel. Oh, can he even shoot from here? What can he shoot at? Oh, he can even shoot that guy. If he moves a little bit more to the right, maybe get a bit of a better shot angle. No, he doesn't want to do that. I feel it's a bit useless to actually target this this warrior. I mean, one hit maybe could be enough, so why not? Sure, I'll give in to that. But it should be a realistic possibility for Quist to just kill him off with his warrior here, specifically if he has Adrenaline Rush, then he's definitely going to be able to do that. Instead he has a marksman here, it's a little bit open. Still haven't seen the double Witch Hunters from Whole Pocket. We know they can do a lot of damage. Let's see if those are the two units coming up here. Seems suspiciously like that's going to be the case. No, it's two Templars. It actually might not even have brought in any Witch Hunters. Yeah, it's... Yep, I don't know it's two Templars right now, but it's reasonable to believe that that is actually the case with two 33s. Making a very strong move in here. Mastered Frenzy as well. Wow, it's gonna... He seems to have Arm of Righteousness on him. Good, doing a lot of damage on this Warlock. Trapping one of them already. Oh my god, this is going to hurt. Adrenaline Rush is gonna come in as well. 68 damage. He probably wants to get some warrior into this this guy to make sure that he is going to be stuck where he currently is. Oh wow, manages to get the exact amount of damage that he needed here to produce another kill. Whole Poker has a very menacing threat just within his own base. And here comes the second guy then. Could move into the Warlock as well if he wants to. There's another Warlock. Might want to go up there. Yes, indeed he does. Using Master Exhaustion, he's going to be able to make it. But not going to have the Mastered Frenzy on this guy. Doing a little bit less damage. Might not even kill Lord Brontifer. Remember, he's going to take 30 damage as well from exhaustion. Let's see how many wounds he has left remaining. Should just barely be able to make it. Yeah, I mean, sure, but these are mistakes everyone does. Didn't really expect the Templars to be this springy. Just coming in into the center here. Virtually going to be unkillable. "93 wounds. That's all he has left remaining here. Couldn't lock down the marksman, yeah, and he's doing that. It's not really locking him down. He's just putting himself in the combat with him and going probably to do some damage here. Only has 12 seconds left remaining though. Let's see what he does. Can't have frenzy on this guy. It's gonna be a nightmare if he did. 3, 2, 1. Wow, the Knight Heretic. Why use Master Exhaustion if it's not gonna use it? Fails the spellcasting roll. 3, 2, 1. Out. That was a really poor move by Hole Poker. He's not even locked down really. He could probably disengage from that. Going to be facing an all alone check this time. Unless one of the warriors intervenes, and they should. They should. Suddenly the fight has been taken to them, and it's going to be difficult for Quist to respond here. What can he do? Locking down this Templar as well. Wow, he's doing a decent amount of damage on him despite having 60 armor. So that's good. That's really good for him. And there we go, striking a first kill here. A character that he needed to take down. So let's see if Quist can actually turn this around and make it a draw by focusing on his objective as well. He doesn't want to attack into that, but does anyway. Failing the dodge roll, unlucky for Holbrook, but it's going to get a counter-attack. Now it's all about getting one of those warrior priests, and they are really close to him, so he could pull back and do that. Let's see what the double wolf priest can do about this. Yeah, I think this is a good move as well. It's moving all the way around, creating more space for the wolf priest to come in on. I think that's good. Can lock down this guy who did a bit of a failed turn. Yeah, we only saw one of the spells, but I guess he has failed some armor of righteousness prior to this. That is definitely possible. I think he wants to stay in this fight. Holding down the warrior priest is gonna be good. Don't really need to flee here. I'm gonna do it anyway. Hopefully to get some space in. Maybe that is Arnold Sterkel. Is that the guy he wants to kill? Yes, it is. Arnold Sterkel, it is. So let's see what he can do then. Swift charge landing. Might want to use a strong blow here and disengage. No, he goes for one more attack. Is he gonna use Adrenaline Rush for a third attack then? Yes, he is. Good moves, good moves. I like Quist's determination here to try and get the objective that he so needed. Does he want to use a flee? No, he uses a 0% dodge chance instead. There's no one waiting for him right here, right? No. Could actually find some juicy Witch Hunter captains roaming around. He has the movement for it. Could go out and get him. Oh, it's not a good enough charge opportunity, I feel. Okay. Lands that, gonna have a counter attack, and then gonna get 2 more attacks off. It's good he's producing all alone checks, I kinda like that. If you want to use strong blow, it's exactly on the very first attacks, especially with 200 weapons like this, because you do lose out a little bit of damage as you go along with each subsequent attack, minus 15%. Gonna be able to survive this and be able to... Could kill off the warrior priest here. Just saying, just a single lightning strike could actually produce that. There we go. And we see the score equalizing. Quist is fighting back in this game. It looks very grim for him still, I think, but he is definitely going there. He's going places. 29% magic resistance, but it's not going to avail him right here, right now. Klaus Streber is going to take a bit more damage, 55 more. Remember that Klaus Streber was also one of those characters that used exhaustion together with adrenaline rush. He's going to take 60 damage come the next turn. Is there anything you can do with that extra adrenaline rush? I don't think so. I switched weapons maybe, but he probably has a bow in the reserve. Don't really know why he went for the adrenaline rush there. I thought he could disengage. Alright, but disengage does cost 2 red pills. What kind of target does he want to focus? Probably the Warlock, right? Yeah. Barely, but he's killing himself, but you want to kill him anyway to free up the Templar. He's probably going to do that. Yes, indeed. See what else he has available to him that's very damaging. I mean, having this Wish of the Captain so out in the open could definitely prompt some... Oh yeah, he's not really out in the open now, is he? For Quist, he does need to take up those tokens though. He needs to have characters to be able to take them up. Will he have that? That was the guy that was going to take it up, the captain. He was right near that the token of Sigma that he needed from Herman. And then of course you need someone to pick up the one from the warrior priest. If there's going to be a fight happening there, there's going to be a lockdown of a unit over there. He could not pick it up until that unit is going to go away. This could be a little bit messy for Quist. Also, just got news here that as this game was playing, Shellproof lost to Ainur in Ainur's last game of Group B, so congratulations, he's finished up as the first player in Group B. See another Zealot coming in here, denying the all alone. Armor break is going to be really good. The man is 10% armor, going to do more damage here. There's no secret here what he's going to focus on, since the warrior is very difficult to take down. And just in time to deny the all alone. I think that's a good thing for whole poker. It's just what he needs. He's gonna focus on the wolf priest. He's easy to hit. And he has armor break already. No, he's using a feint. Doesn't do anything right now. Why would he do that? Would be a much better thing to get feint onto the wolf priest instead. Captain has master insult available to him. Could do a lot of damage with that. Needs to be able to fight his way out of this. At least Friedhelm is a little bit damaged. You can see that soon. Quick incision's not gonna play too much of an effect here. It's for the one single blow. Quick incision is more of a team strategy kind of skills. It helps your teammates hit them much easier, but at this point it's well, I have to commend Quist. He's trying to fight his way out of here, and he figured that was gonna be the fastest way of getting out. And why not? Why not try it? Could possibly disengage? Yes, indeed. Probably wants to do a nerve shot here. I think that would be good to cancel out the web of steel of some units. If they have one. I think most of them seems to have been focusing on sidestep, isn't that right? But on the other hand, a knee shot to lose -15 initiative could also have been very good on some units, but it seems he's going to go for Adrenaline Rush here for a second attack. See if he's going to be successful this time. Yes, he is. That was probably worth it. Trading 30 damage for 45 damage. And the Adrenaline Rush is really hurt here. He's locked down against this heavy armored warrior. So it's going to be easy to breaking down. Remember that Klaus Streber here is working under the effect of Frenzy, so you cannot disengage even if he was not a Templar. And of course, alright, he's gonna switch weapons here as well to do a little bit of damage. They seem to have the same kind of tactics, both of them. And remember that Frenzy does not allow any stands. That was what I was going to say. Might see adrenaline rush here to get a third attack off. Yes, we indeed. It's good when you see these two players. They have very similar warbands. They're focusing on armor and low initiative, and then you have ranged heroes to do the actual big damage. The Wolf Priest, of course, and the Templars can do a bit of that as well, but yeah, Holpook is not brought any Witch Hunters, but he usually does. That analogy would fit even better. Remember that once you're in France, you cannot also pick up any word stones, and he probably wanted to do that right here. At least at some point. He had a movement here to do the frenzy and everything else. Elected not to. Picking up the wordstones and then going into frenzy could have been a good choice. That is unfortunate. While we're speaking of wordstones, I started to notice here that 0 wordstones have been claimed. So the unit that Holpook picked up all of those 4 wordstones on has been killed. So he has absolutely no wordstones right now, and he needs the secondary. He really needs to get the secondary. Should move and take out a few of these wordstones here. He doesn't have to do it all in one single turn. Remember that Quist can actually voluntarily route here at any point too, if he feels it's going to be too much out of the game. Yeah, I think Holpook has not managed to get the second objective at any time here. I think he's falling into the trap that Slaver has as well. They're good players, but they're focusing too much on doing the damage and too little on the objective. And here you have a player like Quist, just like Crowley, that picks up the objective and focuses on that more than anything else. Gonna get a second big attack in here. Yes. That Wolf Priest is looking pretty hurt. See what kind of damage output he can do. Yeah, might want to focus on the Templar anyway. Time to pick up the wordstones. Honestly, we talked a little bit about this now just a few seconds ago, but I think this was a better move for Holpook, making sure that whatever penalties he would have gotten here from the wordstones was not affecting his combat powers, as he took it out a little bit after having used all of the red press. Getting 2 buffs here though. Interested to see what that is. Picked up 3 wordstones. And the penalty. Blocking the path down for the Witch Hunter Captain, alright. The insult is probably going to be good. One needs to bypass the dodge roll as well as hitting. Manages to hit, but didn't bypass the dodge roll, so it's gonna be up to. It should use a delay here, honestly. It should use. Oh no. Because he needs to pick up his objectives. Like, Herman's token is lying right next to him, but if he's never doing anything with that, go into Klaus Streber. Remember that, oh, that's unlucky. Remember that Klaus Streber is using Adrenaline Rush. He's gonna take 30 damage. Could have used another 40 damage here from the charge. 40-50 was not to be. It's gonna be incredibly shot at, most likely. 34 wounds left remaining. It's gonna be his last turn. Let's make it count. Surprised he's not gonna use Strong Blow and Adrenaline Rush. I think he should. Electing not to. Which Hunter Captain is going to finish Lord Nilfisk in one shot? More than likely. Not really agreeing with that choice. I think he could have done a little bit more. With that. Oh, can I actually disengage here and pick up... let's see if he can finish off Heiner here first. It's a relatively close game, but... bit worried about both of their objectives here. They need to get going with it before the game is going to end by either side, and making sure that they have it protected as well with whichever unit pick up the objectives. Fear is coming in. I think that's something that these, if I'm not mistaken, I think the Zealots have somehow picked up Serenity for Hole Poker, and they might really favor this.
A new round.
It's gonna be plus 10% melee resistance in case they manage to pass the fear test, and you probably have decent opportunity to do that. I'm gonna see a death here on Nilfisk, as we talked about. Just barely survives his first shot. What about a second? Didn't manage to land a critical hit here either. It's all about getting the objective. I hope they're not going to... Holbrook is definitely focusing on it now. He sees the Wordstone behind the houses we saw earlier in this game here. It's going to move towards that. So he's going to pick up some in his very next turn. Let's see if the game is going to last that long. 3 more deaths for Quist, and it's going to be a round test. Going to be a gentleman here, Quist. Seeing that he can feel free to run away in case he has got an objective. It's kind of a gentleman's way of doing things. You don't really have to, but it's nice if you're... Otherwise your opponent might get a little bit frustrated, since they're also trying to get the objective just like you. And if they feel that the opponent already has it, and they're already going to win, then why spend more time on the game? Then you can just finish it off. Probably a good move here, just going into sidestep. Wow, this is lots of damage incoming, isn't it? 125 failing the parry check. A bit unlucky. Succeeded on the other one. But this is gonna be spell doom for this warrior. Surprised that the marksman is gonna be let loose here. Let's see what he can do. I thought he would actually be focused on and kill in just one go, but no, that was not going to be the case. He's gonna live for a little while longer. Might be able to free up his captain here from Friedhelm. Focusing on doing the damage here. I think he should just have done 2 regular shots with Adrenaline Rush there, but didn't want to at this particular moment. Cannot pick up any Wordstone, still under the effect of Frenzy. I'm actually sitting on the edge of my seat here. Can Quist make the objective? Can Holepoker? Holepoker probably can. He has 3 Wordstones. He probably needs 10. And there are 4 ones right next to his double Templars here. We're both in Frenzy though, so they cannot pick it up unless they start a turn with no enemies in sight. Should probably focus on the marksman here. I'm going to kill Servantrox. Just look at the amount of casualties needed to take these 2 players out. Most players would have been routed by now, but they have such a high morale. I might regret not attacking into the Web of Steel here with the Zealot. This is all about what planning is. You need to figure out what you're going to do with all of the characters, not just with the character that you currently have and just doing what's best for that character. And you can see that in these kind of moves here. Fail still alone check. Yeah, this is really not going Quist's way. This is really not going Quist's way. Does he want to... Yeah, just a basic swift reaction. He's going to get a counterattack if he manages to parry this one, since he didn't do any other attack. Can he go catch one of his objectives now, please? So right there. There we go. Actually, if he moves... There is open space. He could probably reach where the warrior priest died. I think he can. I think he can reach where the warrior priest died. No. Oh, he's so close. He's so close. He needs another unit to get in there. Oh my god. Let's see if he lands this. Yes, he does. Good for him. Did Klaus Drebbe use Adrenaline Rush? I think he did. He is probably dead then. Let's see. Oh, he's going to be dead here on the return blow anyway. Should actually check to see if he is dead by Adrenaline Rush, but didn't do that. Oh yeah, there was a lot of... He's gonna pick up his objective here. No, it's not that one, is that? Yeah, it is the one by the gateway here. You can see... Yes, just where your wolf priest died. Just where your wolf priest died. What is he doing? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. So he took all of the damage in vain. And he didn't bother to check the 2 places where he should have checked. Could he use a flee here? I think he can. Yeah, he can. I can use a disengage, so he could probably get there, and he has many more wounds available to him, so let's see if he can manage to get that position. He might also have Master Exhaustion available to him, doesn't he? Could focus on the other Templar instead. He has taken a lot of the beating so far. Instead of going into this sidestepping Zealot, who's not going to pose much of a threat. But he's tempted to go for the kill. And he managed to go for the kill. Alright. Alright. He can reach it if he has a Master Exhaustion. Turning out to be a very close game here. Can you please pick up the objective? You're standing on the objective. Oh my god. 1 second left and you use exhaustion. Oh no. Oh no, Quist. Oh my god, Quist.
A new round has started.
Well, at least he's going to present him for more targets here to use in his shooting practice. Oh, that's right. The captain went on the downside here trying to pick up as many wordstones as possible. Remember, this is also a chase for hole poker as well, so we should be a bit excited about that too. 5 wordstones, I think it's 10 he's going to need. It's most likely going to be 10, that's 55%. Could be 60%. Could also be just 9. We'll see. 9, 10 or 11. I don't think he can carry too many wordstones. He's probably at his maximum right now with 6 wordstones. The Witch Hunter Captain is only focusing on toughness, and then agility is only going to have, 5 strength, and that's just not good enough to pick up 4 stones. It's only going to be 3 stones. Yeah, hole poker is serious. He needs to be careful there. There are 4 wordstones right here. If he can get there with the Warrior Priest, he can pick up 4 more, adding to a total of 10. That might be enough to seal the objective for hole poker. But Quist could also get a much needed point there. Oh, it was so close. He's just twice standing on his secondary objective. He just needed to pick it up and move away. That's all he needed to do. Gonna get a counterattack. Lands that 7% chance to score a critical hit here. I would have loved if that we could have happened for Quist once more to turn this game a little bit more even. But it's still pretty even. It's still pretty even. But I don't see how Quist can turn this out into a victory. All the units that have been pretty hurt by hole poker's team here has been killed already. Picks up a few wordstones. Is this on the map, or is this it's probably right next to where someone died, right? Oh, it could be elsewhere. Could be elsewhere. Could be behind the house. It could be that he moved away with that seal that was pretty hurt. We talked about that in the beginning, and he moved all the way around to get to this specific spot so he could pick it up. That might be the case. So 9 wordstones. I'm not sure that that's going to be enough. Let's see what the actions of hole poker is now after he manages to kill. He doesn't need Daredevil for this. He really doesn't need Daredevil for this blow. He's only gonna get 2 attacks now instead of 3. He didn't really need it. Very, very lucky by hole poker to manage to get through the parry stance there. I think he should have been penalized for using Daredevil. It's kind of this auto mode. We talked a bit about this. This is what people do. They do this with spells. They are so sure of what they want to do with a specific unit. They do that regardless of the situation or the circumstance. And the hole poker has invested into Daredevil, so he wants to use Daredevil, even when it's really not to the advantage of him doing that. Saw it as well with Slavier casting his his spells in the early game against Crowley. Oh, we see it all the time, even for these veteran players. It's really something they need to do to step up their game. So Hullpoker's captured his objective. It's going to mention that to Quist now, I bet. And this is still going to be a close fight. But still, one more kill going down for Quist of these 3 remaining units. And it's going to be GG. Let's see if Quist can somehow, miraculously, manage to pick up his objective. I think he put himself in... Oh, yeah. That's such a poor position. He's standing on the objective. He's standing on the objective, everyone. What can he do? What can he do? He could have gotten 1 point out of this. Might be losing the leader now. And that's going to be a route test. Remember that the Wolf Priest can take a route test pretty damn well. They have a plus 35% chance towards that, I believe. Let's see.
Your warband morale is critically low.
Route test coming up then for Quist. Let's see what he does. Only a warrior and a Wolf Priest left remaining. And fails it. Alright, so it's going to be an 8-5 victory and a 2-0 victory for Hullpoker. Hope you enjoyed watching that, and congratulations to Hullpoker. Good, best of luck to Quist. He's going to be able to fight off Chris Kardec for last place now. Thank you for watching so much. The Mordheim Season 2, the practice tournament that we have for the next tournament, with all of the tournament veterans here, showing you off some awesome cool builds. See you for the next game. Thank you for watching.